My name is Amy. Standing in my small apartment, surrounded by the joyful chaos of my son's first birthday party, I can't help but reflect on the long and arduous journey that led me here. It was a journey filled with pain, betrayal, and ultimately, the discovery of what true family means. It all started when my son, Max, was born prematurely at just 27 weeks. He was so tiny, weighing only 2 pounds 1 ounce, and he had to fight for his life in the NICU. I was devastated, exhausted, and terrified. All I wanted was the support of my family, but instead, I was met with silence. Our family is a well-known old money family in New York. My aunt, Victoria, is the unofficial head of the family. She runs the family foundation from a grand, marble-lined office. The foundation is all about maintaining our family's image of perfection, philanthropy, and strength. My husband, David, a successful lawyer, was approved by the family because he fit the mold. But my job as a social worker, dealing with the messy realities of poverty and addiction, was a source of embarrassment. Victoria always thought I was the sensitive one, which was her way of saying I was unstable and a disappointment. David and I had tried for years to have a baby, and we'd suffered 2 miscarriages. Each time, the family treated it as a private matter to be hidden away, as if my grief was an inconvenience. When I announced I was pregnant with Max, Victoria gave me a cold smile and said, "Let's hope you can keep it together this time, for the baby's sake." After Max's emergency C-section and his premature birth, the silence from my family was deafening. One night at 2 a.m., sitting alone in the hospital pumping room, the air thick with the smell of antiseptic and stale coffee, I texted our family group chat, "Max is having a hard night. Please pray for him." Minutes later, my phone buzzed. It was a photo from Victoria, smiling in an elegant evening gown on a stage at a charity event. The caption read, "Proud to represent our family at this important gala." It was a slap in the face, a clear message that my son's struggle didn't matter compared to the family's image. Those first few weeks turned into 5 agonizing weeks of isolation. I spent my days sitting by Max's incubator, sending updates to the group chat. My father, Henry, would send back a single thumbs up emoji, and my stepmother, Grace, never responded. David was my rock, but he had to go back to work to keep our insurance. I found support in the most unexpected place: other mothers in the pumping room. We formed a text group and became each other's family. We celebrated small victories and cried together during setbacks. One day, while scrolling through social media, I saw a picture of my father, stepmother, and Victoria at a fancy dinner, laughing and having a great time. It felt like a punch in the gut. They were living their perfect lives while my son was fighting for his life just a few miles away. I stopped sending updates to the group chat. I was consumed by the question, why did they hate me so much? Then, at the end of the 5th week, Max was stable, but I was still in a numb, painful rhythm of hospital visits and pumping. One day in the hospital cafeteria, my phone exploded with missed calls and texts from my brother, Sam, a journalist. He told me that our Aunt Helen had a massive stroke and was at the hospital. Everyone was there, and my father was hurt that I wasn't. I was furious. I told Sam that no one had been there for me or Max in the past 5 weeks. Sam was shocked. He said Victoria had told them she was coordinating meals for me, visiting me, and that I'd asked for no visitors because I was overwhelmed. The next day, Sam came to the NICU. When he saw Max, all his journalistic skepticism melted away. He later told me that Victoria had told our father I was suffering from severe postpartum psychosis and that the doctors had advised a total visitor ban for my mental stability. She used my past miscarriages as proof of my instability. I was enraged. I realized that Victoria had been gaslighting our family for years to maintain her position of power and protect the family's image. I decided to confront her. I asked Sam to set up a video call with the whole family. That evening, when their faces appeared on the screen, I was calm and cold. I showed them Max in the incubator and told them how they'd believed a lie. My father's face crumpled, and Grace was sobbing. But Victoria snapped at me, saying I was being hysterical and that they were respecting the doctor's wishes. I turned the tables on her, asking how it felt to be on stage at the gala while my son was on a ventilator. I told her she'd used Max's crisis as a prop for her reputation. My father finally saw the truth, and Victoria's face turned pale with rage and fear. She was silenced. After the call, the next morning, my father and stepmother were waiting outside the NICU. They looked broken. They came to meet Max, and there were no excuses, just shame. It was a start. After 10 long weeks, Max came home. A week later, Victoria showed up at our apartment intercom, offering a donation for Max's trust fund. I told her we didn't need it, and that she wasn't welcome. She buzzed again and again, but I stood my ground. Now, surrounded by the people who truly matter, my husband, my son, my brother, my recovered Aunt Helen, and my newfound friends from the NICU, I know that family isn't defined by blood. It's about love, respect, and being there when it matters most. Have you ever had to redefine what family means to you? Who is your chosen family that showed up when it mattered most? Please share your experiences in the comments below.